So the first piece is the mortgage agreement. So this is when you already found a realtor, and the realtor showed you, gave you a private tour of the house, and you really like the house, and then now you want to make an offer. The first thing you should be aware of when you're going to give an offer is that you need a pre-approval. If you have a strict budget, stick to it. After this contract, this is the beginning of the house buying process. So again, you give me a contract, you have a pre-approval, and now let's just say your contract gets accepted, then we move on to the next stage, which is attorney review. This part is huge within the house buying process. So within the attorney review period, your attorney and the seller's attorney are going back and forth and making and deciding on dates. So within this attorney review section, you guys talk about when a mortgage commitment is due. So a mortgage commitment is when the bank gives you a letter and say, hey, we're able to give this person a loan. So during the attorney review, they're going to give you a deadline in which you must have a mortgage commitment. Within the attorney review, they're also going to give you a time frame in which you can do inspection. Please make sure you get a good and knowledgeable attorney that knows exactly the laws and regulations around the city, the state, so he or she can help you throughout the process, and you won't be liable to pay any fees or liens on the property. Now we're going to move to the third part of the house buying process. This is the inspection contingency. This is one of the most important part. During the inspection phase, you have 5 to 7 days to inspect the house. So you would need a home inspector. So typically the inspector would give you a report and he would tell you everything that's wrong within the property. And then you would tell the seller, I want you to fix this, this, and this. The seller doesn't have to fix any of the requests that you give them. They can easily deny it. They're not bound to it. So please keep that in mind. If you don't remember anything within this presentation, please remember the appraisal contingency. So typically the bank that you're borrowing from sends a appraiser, a professional to evaluate the price of the property. So for example, if your contract price was $200,000 and the appraiser that the bank sent says this house is only worth $150,000, the bank is only going to give you $150,000. But make sure that you're getting the right realtor to help you choose the right price. If you have a good realtor that actually did the right comps on your property, the appraisal section should not be an issue. The next stage is mortgage insurance. So typically after the inspection, attorney review, and appraisal, it's fairly easy from here. All you need is your mortgage insurance, so you would shop around. If you bundle, you save money. So just make sure you're choosing the best option for yourself. After this stage is title. So like if you were in a car buying process, a title, which is like pretty much a deed of the house, is needed. Most banks would not close without this. This title piece is needed because this title piece tells them that they actually own the property. What you don't want is somebody, after you bought the property, somebody coming 2 to 3 years from now and saying that my grandmother owned this house. The title is very important. You also want to make sure there's no liens on the property. A title company will be needed. So even before you get to the house buying process, you would need a title company. Majority of the time, your realtor or your attorney can recommend one for you. After this is easy closing. So after you got your mortgage agreement, the appraisal came in at the right number, and you got your mortgage insurance, and you have the title was clear. Now, all you need to do is come to closing. And during closing, you must bring your closing costs. So the closing costs include your attorney. Your attorney have to get paid. The title company has to get paid. The loan application, you have to pay some taxes beforehand. You have to pay some PMI. if the type of loan that you have, FHA, conventional, is less than 20%. After this, you're literally a homeowner, and the house is all yours.